Thatcher Taylor, ProPath Financial. We're going to talk about 5 benefits of Social Security and why all 5 of these benefits combined make it a very unique way to utilize income in retirement. Welcome back to my classroom. Thatcher Taylor, ProPath Financial, retirement planner, certified financial planner. We're going to talk about Social Security. I know I've talked about this quite a few times, but it's really important to understand Social Security, not only as a retiree or a person that's going to retire tomorrow, but as a person that's maybe 10, 15, 20 years away from retirement. So today we're going to talk about the 5 benefits of Social Security, and then we're going to talk about really quickly how the benefits of Social Security are calculated and in theory what you're going to get paid out. So let's get into it. Number 1, the amount that you receive from Social Security is most likely predetermined. You've worked a long career, everything's been great for the most part, and you're coming close to the end of that career. You have a good idea of how much money you're going to be receiving from Social Security. When you take it impacts how much you're going to receive, but you get some control about when you're going to be receiving Social Security. So there's a pretty consistent, predetermined amount that you're going to be receiving. And if you receive it early, we know how much you're going to get at your full retirement age. If you wait to your full retirement age, we know how much you're going to get if you delay it till age 70. So we know how much you're going to be receiving. And this is a really, really big advantage for your retirement planning and your income distribution strategy. Is we got a pretty good idea of how much you're going to be able to get guaranteed for the remainder of your life. Number 2, the income is steady. Steady Eddie, nice and easy. This is what we want to hear as retirees, that the income that you're going to be receiving is very steady. It's consistent. What that means is in any given year, you're not going to all of a sudden look at your Social Security payment and they're just going to be worth less. In most cases, unless there's some sort of Medicare adjustment. But in general, your payment, we know what it is and what it's going to be for the remainder of your life. As long as you live and as long as your spouse lives. That's another advantage we'll get to. But do know that your Social Security benefit is fixed and it's built for the rest of your life. This leads us into number 3. It is a lifetime income. You really need to understand that Social Security, as long as it's functioning properly, is going to last the entire life that you live. It's not all of a sudden just going to disappear. It's not like an annuity where you choose a 10-year period certain or a 15 or a 20-year period certain. You will get paid out, and then potentially your spouse will get paid out as well, which leads us to number 4, survivor benefits. One thing that's really cool about Social Security is they have built-in rules that help protect the survivor. In most cases, when the first spouse passes away, the second spouse will be able to retain the Social Security benefit that's the largest. Whether it's yours or your spouse's, however it works, whatever benefit when the first spouse passes away, that's the one that you'll most likely get to retain. In addition, maybe even certain circumstances, dependents may even get paid out a little bit as well. That's essentially a whole nother video. That's a really specific part of the Social Security rules. But do know, spouses get the benefit and it's great. Lastly, number 4, we're thinking long term. So throughout a lifetime or a spouse's lifetime, the really cool thing about Social Security is cost of living adjustments. So the 5th piece of this is your Social Security payment that you're going to be receiving throughout your lifetime gets cost of living adjustments. Right now, we're in a really high inflationary environment, and there just was a cost of living adjustment, I think 3.9%. We'd have to double check that. Go ahead and Google that if you want to. Maybe I'll put that in the comments below as well. But do know that payment will increase over time. So when you're going through financial planning, although I said before, it's steady and it's a steady stream of income, it will get cost of living adjustments, so it'll increase over time as well. All right, so now we're going to talk about how your benefit is calculated. In a nutshell, it's your highest 35 earning years. What that specifically means or translates to is as you're working throughout your lifetime in a job that's covered by Social Security or contributes into the Social Security system for you, the FICA, you put some in and your employer puts some in. Over time, you contribute. Those numbers are tallied up every single solitary year when you pay your taxes. What happens is the Social Security Administration tallies up the 35 highest earning years, the years where you made the most. They inflation adjust them. They divide it essentially by the number of years or number of months, and they come out with your average indexed monthly earnings. Once you get your average indexed monthly earnings, there's a 3-part formula that I'm going to try to put up here so you can see it that breaks down once you get that amount. Here's how it works. And the Social Security Administration couldn't have made it any more complicated. But your average index monthly earnings is not the amount you receive. They run it through a system, a 3-step process that utilizes bend points. Now I'm going to read these so I can get them accurate based on current information. So you take your average index monthly earning amount, the first $1,024 of that AIME is multiplied by 90%. The amount between $1,000 and $6,000 is multiplied by 32%. The amount over $6,000 is multiplied by 15%. All these bend points are slightly adjusted each year, but after you work your average index monthly earnings through these bend points, you come out with your primary insurance amount. So let's go through a quick example. Let's say Bob's average index monthly earnings are $11,430. So as you can see, I've switched the calculation up here. So we're going to start with that amount. So first, we're going to do the first bend point. That's $1,024 times 0.9. And that gets you $921.60. Then we're going to take the difference between 1,024 and what I said before of $6,172. So that amount is $5,148. We're going to multiply that by times 0.32 or 32%. And that comes out to be $1,647.36. Then anything above $5,258, we're going to multiply that by times 0.15. And that's $788.70 for your total amount of $3,357.66. That's the primary insurance amount. That's the amount that Bob would receive if he applies for his benefit at his age of 67, which is his full retirement age, which is anybody born after 1960. I'll put the calculation in the comments below so you can see it as well. This is really valuable to know, and I'll also link a video below of how you actually calculate this. I've already created a video on this that you can watch as well, but I just wanted to bring this in. So this amount, like we mentioned before, runs through our 5 benefit tests. It's predetermined, it's a steady income, it's lifetime income, it's potentially available for your spouse if that's the bigger of the two, and it's inflation adjusted. Really cool tool that's valuable in retirement that a lot of current retirees and future retirees will be using. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. You can also find me on LinkedIn. Just search Thatcher Taylor. And then on Instagram, you can see right here at DadBod Financial. That just brings the health aspect into everything that we do with financial planning. Thanks for watching.